What's up, you guys? In this lesson, I'm actually going to go over, how to set up your Shopify theme, how to customize it so that your customers see what you want them to see when they come to your store. Now, if you're just getting started or if you're just setting up an account for a client, you're going to see, that you can add the products and then customize the theme. Look, I've already done that here. You just click there and then add a domain. Once you've followed through on some of these prompts, this will actually disappear from here and be replaced with some useful analytics. And you would just click on the left-hand side, click on online store. And the first one that's actually, highlighted here is themes. And you can see my store right now is set up that people have to have a password. I don't want anyone buying any of these products by mistake, just because I'm not, actually selling the products that I have on here. And so when you have the store set up, you have the theme done and everything, I would recommend obviously removing that. That way people can get in there and buy stuff from yourself or your customer. And the two main ways you can go about doing this are to start with a completely custom theme where you build it from the ground up. You can do this really easily by finding images on websites. Just go on Google, type in copyright free images. You can find all kinds of stuff that you don't have to pay anybody. You don't have to credit them. People just want their photographs to be used. What we're actually going to work on today, though, is just taking advantage of the free themes that Shopify has. And this is a really easy way to get started without having to get everything set up from the ground up. I've already clicked and started using the simple one. We're going to go ahead and stick with that, but you can see there's a few different layouts they have. And these are all really basic. This is stuff that you would see on any website. Now, I actually was, working on this about 12 minutes ago. I'm going to go in, click on customize, and this will bring up the site that we have set up so far and what we have on here. And the default is for it to show what it looks like on desktop. You're going to want to make sure that on the top, you click on this little icon for the phone to see what it looks like on your phone as well. You're going to have a large majority of people that'll actually be buying off the phone. So you might even want to prioritize working there first. But for today's example, we're just going to, use this. It isn't hard to guess what it looks like, and I can show you guys afterwards as well. But, you see the hat that we added in a previous lesson. I went ahead and added this other, poodle baseball cap on here as well. And left most of this pretty blank, right? My name was populated in the top left-hand corner because that's the name of the store. And you scroll down a little bit, it says talk about your brand, blog, contact us, and then links and search. And, you can see everything here is pretty much set up that the first thing the customer is seeing, the above the fold space, is product. And it's a great way to make sure that customers know why it is they're at your store, especially if they find it through Google. You want to make sure that it's easy for them to find the things they're looking for. And if you study websites that are doing a lot in terms of sales, you'll notice that almost always the first couple of things you're seeing on the site is a small logo of the business itself or the name of the business, and then products. And so, one thing I would recommend doing is go search and look up big brands that are doing really well online. Good idea might be to start with Amazon, right? I don't know of any other website that's doing as much, and we can pull that up right here as well. You look, so the first thing you're seeing, right? You're seeing that Amazon, my account information, there's hats, shorts. So these are specifically because it's summer. And then there's stuff based off of like my orders, hey, this is stuff you might want to buy because you bought these kinds of things before. Fire TV essentials. And you see, one thing Amazon does, and you guys will hear more about this in the section on marketing and advertising. But, a couple of weeks ago, it was all about, standing with Black Lives Matter. Right now, its pride's called the Solidarity. Amazon is a brand that does a really good job of making sure they're always doing things that are staying relevant, right? They're not just ignoring what everybody's talking about. They're always taking advantage of it. And whether or not that's what Amazon as a company stands for or not, it's effective. It shows people that they care about them. It shows people that they're interested in them and that they're paying attention. Beyond that, you can see they're recommending movies based off of stuff that I'm interested in. They're offering a deal of the day. They're showing, I don't know why they're showing handbags, but apparently handbags might be something I want. So they're kind of more or less just trying to see what they can get some kind of sale out of. Where can they get me to make a purchase? And you can go back to our page here, and you can see obviously there's a huge difference, right? I've got two products that are very much the same, and not really much else there that adds much like text or texture to the experience. And you can go to the bottom. This is one thing I always recommend people do, is notice how much stuff Amazon offers that isn't prioritized. It isn't that they don't offer it at all, and it isn't that they don't care about it at all. They know that they can make money here, and they know that these are important things, but they don't prioritize them because they understand that the main thing they need to focus on with their site is generating sales. And so you look at, Get to Know Us. They're hiring. They have a blog about Amazon, about the company itself, how they're working towards sustainability. So these are all just like things that they're doing, right? It's kind of like they're on baseball cards, they would have the stats for a baseball player. This is kind of like Amazon's baseball card. And then Make Money with Us. This is where Amazon is saying like, hey, list your products here. Sign up to become an affiliate. This is where they kind of make money off of allowing other people to work with them. And then this is where they're kind of partnering with other businesses. And then this is where they're kind of like, here's how we can help you with very specific things, how we can, offer customer support. So each of these columns that they have set up down here are all super important, and they all generate revenue or keep them from losing revenue in a very specific way. So when you're building your own store, don't be scared to look at bigger websites. Look at places like Amazon. Look at some of Ty's brands, some of the other teachers in the course. Look at their brands. Look at how they're doing things, and then kind of reverse engineer it, right? Just go in and ask yourself, why would I want to have a blog on my site? Well, having a blog and consistently posting to it, having, a team that's posting to those things, that's going to increase your authority because people see that you're consistently putting out content related to your business and the world in general. People are going to know, hey, this is a real business, right? If you see 3 blog posts in the last 5 years, you might be a little worried about making a purchase. Go in and say, why would Amazon be partnering with Visa? Well, Amazon knows that people buy stuff and they buy them on credit cards. So why not have a card that specifically rewards people for making more purchases on Amazon? And then obviously, all of this stuff on the right-hand side being customer service. This is where they keep money that you've already invested in buying products and services from them. So they make it easy for you to be able to find it. Yes, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom, but the thing is, they don't want you thinking about customer service problems first. They want you thinking about the products that they're trying to highlight. So the Echo Dot, all of the Echo and Alexa devices are their main priority because that's how they gather data, right? Because they don't just make money on products, they make money off of data. They know the more data they have, the easier it is to market and the cheaper it is. And it costs a lot less to acquire a customer when you know everything about everyone everywhere, right? So, a big part of this isn't just coming in here and doing some of this technical stuff I'm about to show you, but also understanding why it works and what the point of it is and how bigger brands are already doing it. You don't have to copy them. You don't have to feel like you're ripping somebody off or you're cheating or stealing or anything. Just be smart, right? The guy who built the first car, he wasn't mad that somebody else built another car. He was just like, hey, that's not my car. My car is my car. Your car is your car. Yes, they're similar. They're cars, but it's not my car. You're not stealing everything from me. You're just kind of doing your own thing. So now with all that being said, like here's some of the technical stuff, right? We have a couple of sections in here. We have our featured collection. We have this rich text right here, which is all about, talking about the brand. Underneath that, we have the blog section. Underneath the blog, we have the other rich text, which is, contact us. And then we have this hyperlink so that people can click here to go to our contact page. And adding, any further sections is really just a matter of clicking the button and then picking the kind of section that you want to add. Now, if you're trying to add a section and they don't have a title for it, you just click rich text. And in that, you can add as many links as you want. You can add, multiple paragraphs like this. You can edit it to look the way that you want it to, and you can work with if somebody's really effective when it comes to the custom coding stuff, you can have somebody come in and like custom code it to look exactly how you want. The great thing about Shopify is they want you guys to be successful because that means you keep paying them every month to host your site. That means that they as a company are also gathering data so that they're able to better serve the businesses that are hosting on their platform. Because Shopify is really just an internet real estate company. They sell you the space so that you can then open up your store. So as an example, we want to throw in like a slideshow, right? We add that in there, and now we've got this little slideshow. Maybe we have this in here, and we can even go back. Let's do this. We'll go back and we'll move this up so that the slideshow is right under the, right on top of the featured collection. So maybe somebody lands here and we have this slideshow where it's showing different products that we know sell really well, or products that we have some kind of promotion going on. We can set this up really simply. Hey, it'll just keep going through the slides. And if we click on here, we can actually edit this, right? Every 7 seconds. How tall do we want it? Do we want it to auto rotate? Everything that we want and need is right here. And literally we can just click on this and say, bam, let's add an image in there. And then we can add the image. So Shopify sets you guys up that all you have to do is kind of drag and drop and you're good to go. And then when it comes to some of the more intense stuff, it's really easy to just hire somebody. You'll learn about this in other lessons where you can hire people to come on, help you do a couple of things, and it costs almost nothing. The biggest recommendation I would say is, yes, it's important to know these technical things, the step by step, but make sure you do your homework, right? Look at the big brands. Make sure that you're taking some of the brands out there that you already know are producing a lot of sales online. Just redo what they already did for your own business. And the truth is, that's what almost all businesses do anyway. They say, hey, what's working? What do people want? What are they interested in? How do we fill that need? That's what a business is, just filling people's needs. So make sure that you're, obviously building out your theme. Make sure that you're taking advantage of the tools you have. And then, in this left-hand side online store, you can actually go in, edit your blog posts here, add pages. This is all really simple, right? You add a page, you name it. I'll actually show you guys this really quick. So you add a page, we'll just call it the Contact Us page. And on that page, we'll just preemptively thank people. Thank you for reaching out. Please enter your information below, and someone on our team will be in touch. Now you want to be more specific, right? Within 24 hours. Then you have this set up as a page, and you can start then driving people to that page. Navigation, this really gets in, shows you, okay, right here you have a footer menu. This is where you can add, links to other pages. You can add functionalities for search, your top products pages, things like that. Domains. This is, again, something that you're going to be able to add your domain. The cool thing about the way Shopify has it set up is you can literally buy directly through Shopify too, or just edit the one you already have in place. And then preferences. And this is, where you would go in, and there's a couple of things you want to do here, and you want to make sure that you're doing this in the correct way. Make sure that your homepage has a title, right? It could literally just be home or about us even, and then or just the name of the company, right? Like Jeremy Sandell, it could literally just be my name. And the meta description, this is not necessarily something you have to worry about showing up on your store. What this does is this gives Google information on what kind of business you are and what you sell and what you offer. So when you write this, you want to make sure that you're thinking about, how is this going to affect my SEO? Is this going to rank me high for the products I'm selling, or is this going to rank me for maybe something that is completely outside of my marketplace? The more accurate this is and the more direct and to the point, the better. If it's kind of vague and what's the term, loosey-goosey, and just a mess, it's not going to be very helpful. And just throwing keywords in here without any context won't help either. You want to make sure that it's really quick. As an example, homepage meta description for Jeremy Sandell, we sell the best thug life hats and other paraphernalia, or I don't know if that's the correct term or not, so don't quote me on that. But you just add the description that's going to best highlight what it is that you offer. Social sharing image. Now this is what's going to show up if somebody searches, let's say as an example, they search for hats. This is where you kind of want to put your logo, something that's indicative of your store. Google Analytics, that's where you're going to add in your analytics tracking. Facebook Pixel, they'll probably go over this in the marketing section, but that's where you're going to add your Facebook Pixel ID. Password protection, this is where they're going to give you a password. So there's going to be a number of different sections under themes. We can leave this page. But the main thing is to make sure that you're taking advantage of the fact that you don't have to guess at this. You have other brands that are bigger, that have already done this stuff, that know what they're doing, that have unbelievable amounts of data to work off of. Just use what already works and make it your own. That way your business is, starting on the right foot from the get-go.